Om Sri Sai Ram. My humble pranams at the lotus feet of Swami. Sai Ram to all. Invoking the blessings of Swami. Let us continue discussing some points about dynamic parenting. The great rishis of Bharat had clear vision about parenting. They had clear-cut constructs about how parenting should be. They said, Lalayet Panjavarshani, Dashavarshani Tadayet, Praptedu Shodashe Varshe, Putram Mitravat Acharet. They said, Lalayet Panjavarshani, the first 5 years of life, a child should be petted and pampered. So that 5 years, up to 5 years of life, there should be a lot of petting and pampering for the child. Ladayet Panjavarshani, Dashavarshani Tadayet. From 6 years of life onwards, for the next 10 years, Dashavarshani Tadayet. It is a time of discipline. For the next 10 years, the time when the child should be disciplined. He or she should be taught the basics of discipline. And that is the time when parents have to balance between love and law. Praptedu Shodashe Varshe. When the child attains 16 years of age, Putram Mitravadajaret. He or she should be considered and treated as a friend. After 16 years of age, when he or she attains 16 years of age, the parent should treat him or her as a friend. Now see here, it's very interesting that here parenting is not a static process. It's dynamic, changing, fluid, changes according to the age of the child. So the great rishis had given us very clear guidance about parenting. Now we have to consider two important factors when we talk about parenting. One is, a child is not a miniature adult. Probably this sentence would not have been much of relevance about 50 years ago. But today, it's very pertinent, very important, because from the age when the child goes to LKG class or so, parents want the child to become something. In that instructions about to become something, today's most of the children lose their childhood. Parents want them to be big, to grow up. And they say that this is a competitive world, so you have to be prepared, ready for the competition that the world has to offer you. So the children lose their childhood. But they should understand, the parents should understand that a 5-year-old child's thinking, feeling and behaving can be only appropriate neurologically, psychologically, emotionally, appropriate to that particular age, not of a 20-year-old. This fact, today's parents often forget. So they talk to the children as if children are grown-ups. So they should understand that a child is not a miniature adult, and parents will have to adjust themselves to the appropriate age of the child and behave accordingly. No, parents have to change, modify their behavior according to the age of the child. They should understand this particularly and not force the children to be intellectually or emotionally much above their chronological age. This is a very important factor that the parents should understand. The next point is that it has been documented that from somewhere around the age of 2 up to the age of 7 or 8, a child records in its brain whatever the child sees, hears, experiences. It is just recorded. Just recorded. It is not edited. The child does not know what is being recorded. Whatever is come, whatever is experienced is recorded in the brain. And up to about 7, the crucial period is somewhere around about 7 years of age. Till 7 years of age, everything that the child experiences is recorded. So whatever it sees, hears, everything is recorded as such. And there, according to one school of thought, they say that the child's life script is written thereof. And the future behavior and personality of the child depends on what has been recorded. Now, why is this important? This is important because the initial exposure of a child to the surroundings is from home. The home is the first school for the child. So whatever the child sees and experiences is recorded from home first. Then the child goes to school. So there is something is happening in at home, it is recorded. Something is happening in school, it is recorded. Some messages are given from the home, it is recorded. Some messages are given from the school, that's also recorded. And many a time there can be a conflict in these recordings. So the parents have to understand whatever happens at home is the basis for the development of a child's personality. Now, Dr. Paldal has very beautifully given us the dynamics within the family and how it should be. The moment-to-moment behavior at home molds the child's personality. But generally, parents are not conscious about it. And most of our parenting is unconscious. It is automatic. Like a co-pilot, it just goes on. And it is not consciously constructed. So as it is, just like our parents have brought us up, same way we also bring up our children unconsciously. So Swami says parenting has to be a conscious effort. And Swami says parenting has dual goals. One is for the parent themselves, the other for the children. What for parents? Parents, for the parent, parenting should be a journey towards God. Why? Swami says that these children are not your children. They have come through you. They are God's children given to you. Just like a gardener tending the flowers in the garden and see that it is the flowers and the plants are well protected, hands it over back to the owner of the garden. You as parents are custodians of God's children. And it is your duty to see that these are blossomed into beautiful beings and handed over to God. And here God means society. So, what are the dynamics? What is the dynamic that is happening inside the home and how it should be? Now, most important thing, Dr. Paldal has given us 5 points, 5 areas to consider in this. The most important thing that the child observes from his birth, for example, it is at 2 years of age that the child tries to explore the outside world, external world. And what the child sees is the dynamics at home, is the interaction between the mother and the father, the bond between the mother and the father. So, we have to consider all these 5 points, like the spouse bond, that is the bond between mother and father, then the power reactions, power structure at home, the communication styles in the family, the quality time in the family, and the connectivity in the family. So let us talk about the first thing, that is the relationship between father and mother, that is the husband and wife. Now, how can this be made into a value-based phenomenon in the house? Unless it is made into a value-based phenomenon, the child cannot imbibe these values. The first teachers are the parents. So the demonstration goes on first in the house, in the home, and then only in the school. So let us see one by one how the values can be incorporated into the husband and wife relationship.